All right, hello. Welcome to Otis Frampton Live again. I should just name it Otis Frampton Live again. I keep saying that, and also, Frampton comes alive again. I don't know. It didn't make sense. All right, so welcome to the show. Let's make sure that we got the audio working here. All right, looks like the audio is working for me. All right, it's another episode of Makin and Talkin Comics. Today I'm going to be working on a page of the Patchwork Girl of Oz. Gonna be doing various things on this page. I need some fixing things. My wife is my flatter. She flats my pages for me. And there's some she she was kind enough to do her best, although I forgot to ink some things like half of Dr. Pip's glasses here. So she wrote missing. That's very sweet of her. And I forgot to add some stuff to the background that I meant to put in there, but I wanted to get it flatted. This is a panel from a previous page. I'm going to use this reference to fill in the table a little bit. So, without further ado, I will get to work. And then, as usual, for this new series, I'm gonna work on this page for about 45 minutes, and I just forgot the eyes, and then switch over. I'm going to talk about a comic that I love and show you some stuff from a comic that was a big influence on me for my creator-owned series, Oddly Normal. As well as everything else, I'll be honest. All right, so let's set to fixing this. She wrote it there. Okay, let's fix Dr. Pip first. I can just jump right in and ink it. I don't think I need to figure it out. Whoops. What that? There we go. There, now Dr. Pip has his glasses. It's been sitting there waiting to be fixed for a long time. And same with his hair. I think I gotta fix this. And then, oh boy, let me open BizRef here real quick. Get my reference split set up. Let's look at my model sheet to make sure I got his hair right. She does her best to fill in the colors, but sometimes they need to be tweaked. That's better. Let's see, what else? I think I intended to have his hair. Did I? Let's have a little hair coming out the back there. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Oops. Let's make sure I'm on the right layer here. Now we can go back. There we go. And it looks like I forgot to draw his tie too. My wife puts up with so much. Trying to interpret my scribbles. I can't keep drawing the wrong layer. I feel like I'm going crazy sometimes. There we go. It's a little detail, but all right. So I'm going to just find that page where I'll do it on it. Yeah, there it is. Got all the pages, previous pages, set up in VisRep. There. Oh, nope, there it is, right there. So I can see it. I brought it into this page too, but now that I have VisRef open, I can just use that. All right, so I am going to bring a scrim up here so I can do some sketching over this. Now let's see. Looks like there's going to be a cup in his way. Planned this badly, didn't I? Well, let's say that there's fewer. We ended up covering some of the glass cat, which that's okay. It just wasn't planning very well. I was in too much of a rush to get things out the door. And flatted, I should say. Actually, let's. No, it doesn't matter. The placement there was better. It's too bad I liked how I drew the glass cat, but it is what it is. Now let's do some refined pencils. Actually, let's make sure it's in a little tray. Okay. I like to make sure that things are somewhat consistent for this kind of thing. The geography of the scene, so to speak. All right, now I can go in and ink that. I think I'm gonna alter the cat just slightly so she fits in a little better. Actually, that worked better before. The rest of that works fine, I think. Now let's just go in and erase those bits of the old glass cat drawing. This is why I like working digitally. You can just go in and fix things. Of course, if I'd drawn it right the first time and not been in such a hurry, wouldn't have had to do this. Probably would have got the composition a little better, but it is what it is. I'm gonna raise her arm here a little bit. Oops. There, that works. Tweak it a little bit later, but that's good enough for government work, as they say. Oh, I gotta get the where is it? Actually, let's thicken up the line weight here a little bit in front. Come on. Sometimes this brush, like, has a mind of its own. I don't quite understand it. This inking brush. There we go. I gotta run and grab. Where is it? It's the old page. Just gonna copy the flats from that page. Come in here. Paste it. There we go. Just need that much. There it is. There it is. All right. Now I can finish the flats. With the right colors. I may have to fudge these colors a little. I'll fix them later. And again, would anybody notice it if I didn't fix it? Probably not. But I'd know. I would know. Actually, one more thing I need to grab. Let's. Uh-oh, that didn't work. Oh. Let's just find a color I'll throw in there for now. Yes. So, oh, come on. Work with me here, Procreate. There we go. Forgot that I had this here. Could have been used that the whole time. That's okay. All right. I put a neutral color behind everything just temporarily so that I could see the colors, the lighter colors against it. Let me just fix something here. There. All right, fix that. Keep these layers in their own folder. But turn it off. All right. Let's see. I think next I will throw these finished layers into their proper place. Turn that off. Excuse me. Let me grab, where's my color ref? Where are you, color reference? I know I keep you some, there you are. Let's grab this. Oh, look at that. I could have just copied that. It's funny. You're really seeing behind the scenes here, my Procreate stack. So here's my color reference for Glass Cat. And there's very specific colors for her lines are actually colored because I want her to look a little different. And the black outlines make her look a little less like glass. So I go in there, lock pixels on that, and I actually color over the line art. This blue color for her. It just gives it a little bit different feeling. And then, whoops, looks like I fixed that too. And then once some effects are layered on, she looks a little shinier, as you can see in this finished page where the reference came from. I can throw a shine on top of her. Come on. All right, back to the coloring. Oh, it's like my wife. Forgot to color her eyes. The slightly emerald green that I chose for her. Where's the other one? There she is. So many details. You gotta chase the details on these things. Now her she has pink brains, little beads in there. That's not dark enough. Why is it not dark enough? Maybe it is. Oh, come on. Little pink beads for brains, and a pink jewel for a heart. And those get the color line treatment too, because they're inside of her, so she looks a little different. So they look a little different, I should say. All right, let me turn off that layer. Did I get it right? Sorry, I'm zooming in and out here, but this is what it is to color a comic. So just color over these lines after I lock the pixels. Missed it there a little bit. There. Now she looks a little more like herself. Okay. So we got about 15 minutes left for the comic making portion. We throw some little lights in their eyes, give them some life. This for Dr. Pipt here, the light's going to be from below, so I got to angle that right. There we go. Now they're a little bit more alive. All right, let's see. Now I think I will go in and start throwing shade, so to speak. Let's start with the characters. If you're hanging out with me here in the chat room, please say hello. I'd love to hear from you. Oops. That's actually... That's better. Oh, I just realized I need to do some color on the line art on the cupcakes because I have those with a little bit of coloring for the frosting lines to set them apart a little bit. All right, on to Dr. Pitt. And he's being lit from below. Let me find it. There. I can reference my own work here. Sometimes, to keep continuity straight for lighting and things like that. tend to do this. Oh, let me fix something real quick. This shading sort of instinctively. I like to flail about just a little bit and allow for some happy accidents, once in a while. But the coloring is definitely where I allow myself to get a little bit messy. Not too messy, but definitely more than in my line art, which tends to be very, very clean lined. And the characters don't really fully start to come to life for me until I've started giving them some lighting, because I don't do much spotting of blacks, so there's very little form to the characters until I get in there with the coloring and really start to make it come out. Looks like I'm going to get the first layer of shading done on these characters before I switch over to talking about comics. All right. Looks like I'll be able to finish this page later on today. It's a good start for that. Cool. So that's where we're at with this. All right. So what's next here? Now I'm going to switch over for about 15 minutes or so. Talk about some comics. It's funny how it's funny how dirty that iPad screen looks when the camera's on it. You tend to see things that you don't see. And I clean my iPad very well every time I get on my screen. I use one of these. It's actually a car chamois. Works really well as an iPad cleaner in case you ever were looking for an answer to that. Okay, so today's comic I'm going to talk about it's called Akiko. This is volume 2, obviously, it says it there. I don't have the original comic, that single issue that I bought when I first started reading Akiko in the mid-90s. This was soon after I started reading comics again. As I said yesterday when I picked up Spawn. But I think it was issue 9. This covers issues 8 through 13. But I do know that it was around the time when the characters came upon this giant wall. Because I remember the scene very well where they're climbing the wall, and it really showed, it was a great introduction to the characters. So Akiko, just keep this open here. Akiko is independent. It was an independent sort of comic by Mark Crilly, published by is it Sirius? I think it's Sirius Entertainment. Yes, Sirius. Black and white. He did computer coloring way back in the 90s. So it was sort of all dot matrixy stuff. I don't know if you can see that or not. But it was a very unique coloring for a black and white comic. He basically used a computer, and I'm pretty sure it was. I think I've read somewhere that it was computer colored. But he did what you would normally do with Zipatone. I can't imagine this was Zipatone. I'm pretty sure it was computer colored. But I immediately fell in love with the comic. It's sort of your standard little girl in a fantasy land kind of thing, and that's right up my alley. I love those stories. Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland. Akiko just hit all the right notes for me, and eventually became a really big influence on Oddly Normal, my all ages comic series for Image. But I fell in love with the characters right away. Each one of them was really clearly defined visually, but also the way they spoke, the way they interacted. These two characters are like oil and vinegar, and there's great scenes where there's conflict between them. Akiko here, she's sort of the the plucky main character, and then you have a couple of robots. So got 5 really great characters, and this great scene where they're climbing the wall. I loved the these panels here where she's sort of getting dizzy, and you can tell that Mark he either drew it this way or drew it regularly and then kind of warped it, so he looks kind of strange. But it was a great introduction to the characters. Look at this first panel here. This great vertical panel that really sells the height and the danger they're in. It's almost like it's leaning backwards, and they're hanging straight down off the wall. And it was a really great scene, great action, great character. and it made me want to do, this comic really sort of solidified my desire to make all ages comics, and I knew that if I was going to make my own comic someday, it was probably going to be something like this. I didn't have Oddly in mind at this point. I didn't really create that character until 1999, and this was probably 1995 or 6 when I first started reading this. And this was published 2001, but yeah. So I don't know when this was published, but it went on for like 40 issues, I think. Unfortunately, it's not available via Comixology. I don't know why. I keep asking Mark on Instagram, keep bugging him to get the series onto Comixology. He does these great double page spreads that really show the sort of scope of the world that he's portraying here. It's really great. Really great. Actually, I have a couple of single issues, and there's one here that I was going to show. This is issue 12. Let me pull it out of its bag. It's issue 12. So let's see. This sort of 97, March 97. So this would have been like, I would have started reading it probably at the end of 96. Excuse me, or beginning of 97. But really great stuff. And I also loved, one of the things I loved about the single issues, the letters page is pretty cool. What if this is the comic that shows the ship? I can't remember. Maybe not. But I mean, it was a great mix of like, there's another one that shows a great double page spread showing the scope of the piece. He did the story so far told by one of the characters, and he would do these every once in a while where he'd kind of break the fourth wall in the back of the comic to have the characters speak to the reader. I really loved that. Really beautiful stuff. It's a great series. If you ever have want to get an all ages series, if you have kids, they have it via Amazon. The collected volumes are out. He also did a series, I think for Scholastic, but I could be wrong. He eventually did a series of illustrated novel versions of the series, and I think he did some original stories too that way. Since then, he's been doing a lot of manga stuff and art instructional books. But you can find Mark Crilly, MarkCrilley on Instagram. He's got a great feed. And shows a lot of process stuff. But one thing, hold on one second. One thing that I realized as I was getting this comic out, this single issue out to show it today, was that I think I unintentionally cribbed this cover composition for one of my covers. You can really see the influence on chapter 18 of Oddly Normal. That was part of the fourth book in the series. You can definitely see a little bit of, maybe I was influenced by it, sort of. Can't tell, but it's definitely there. Snowy scene, stranger, sort of centrally placed. The hood, it's definitely there. So Mark, it was unintentional if that was the case. But I love this series. I really love this series. It's a great series. So if you get a chance to check it out, please do. And there you go. That's it for today. Tomorrow I'll be doing. Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow I'll be doing a 1 p.m. Central and a 7 p.m. Central live stream. We'll be doing 2 of them. I think both will be featuring commission work. So hopefully I'll see you again then. And if not, have a good week. Take care and see you soon.